Okay, Monarch Legacy of Monsters has premiered. Shall we watch it? Let's. Welcome to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel.
The world is on fire.
Monarch was there in San Francisco.
So I am going to watch this and I'm going to pause and I'm going to tell you what I think as we go along. My first instinct, Apple have spent some money on this. Apple Plus do tend to go for quality over quantity. This is what we've said many times on this channel. We like Apple Plus on here. We may not like the business practices of Apple, generally speaking, but Apple Plus we like. So, I'm going to say, first of all, they've spent some decent money on this. And my first two instincts, by the way, there will be minor spoilers ahead if you haven't seen it, so, be warned. I love John Goodman. He's amazing. And I don't like spiders. I have arachnophobia. The first 2 minutes of this episode have made the hairs on the back of my neck go... I don't like them.
Father was working for them?
This stuff was in a safe.
Who are they? What's Monarch?
I do like a funky little bit in the opening sequence, actually, where, if you don't know already, Kurt Russell plays a character in the present day, but his son Wyatt plays the same character in an earlier period, in like the 50s or something. So where they've got the thing that says, and Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell, and they just sort of change the letters around so that it, it merges together sort of thing. I quite like that. I love, actually, that they've got the son to play him as an earlier character as well, because he does look a lot like Kurt Russell when he was younger, which is weird. I mean, genetics and all that. It's his son, so yeah. I love that. I think it's really clever and a nice little nod to it, and yeah. I love in the opening sequence as well, by the way. Quite good. Very, have the feel of the movies as well to it, so which is a good thing.
There's a new one coming.
This is the world we live in. Monsters are an inescapable reality.
Now, this series was written and developed by Chris Black. Now, that might be a name that you know, because he has worked on loads of really very cool projects over the years. He actually worked on Ugly Betty, something I never watched, and Severance, a recent movie, which I've never watched. But he did produce and write Sliders, which I did watch, Xena Warrior Princess, which I watched and loved, like most of us. We shouldn't have liked that show so much, by the way, guys, but we did. And he did a show called Reaper, which was something actually that I adored. It was a very funny show. It didn't get the credit it deserved, to be fair. And I think it only lasted a season, but it was basically about Satan had picked the next Satan, and he didn't want to do it. But yeah, it was a great show, and it was really underappreciated.
Monsters and Monarch have taken everything from me. No more.
In the first couple of minutes of the episode, there's loads of Godzilla references, and there's a reference to the attack on San Francisco and things like that. It was done by CGI, apparently, which is something people would do in this country. But I love how in Japan they've got these missile defense systems and drones and things, and loads of signs in the background. One's a big Godzilla picture with like a do not cross sign over the top. It's brilliant. So yeah, lots of Godzilla references in the first couple of minutes of this episode. One of the characters, Lee, is a dumbass. They've just found a bunch of alien-looking eggs that are definitely monsters, that are definitely going to hatch, and are definitely going to try to eat these people. And one of the characters, Lee, wants to go down and get a sample of the genetic material, because that can never go wrong. Have none of these people ever seen a monster or a sci-fi movie? Well, yes, because Kurt Russell's son has seen a sci-fi or monster movie, and he does not want to go because he knows they're going to try to eat them. At least one person in this series has some common sense. Yeah, she got eaten by cockroaches. Massive cockroaches. So, that's the first episode of Monarch. The second episode is available as well. I can't watch it right now because I have to go and do my proper job. But, what did I think? Apple really have pulled out all the stops of this. It's a very nicely done show. The special effects are virtually cinema quality. The one time we see Godzilla, looks straight out of the movie from 2014. It's absolutely perfect, to be honest. The writing is top notch. Chris Black has done it again. The acting top notch. We haven't seen Kurt Russell yet. I want to see Kurt Russell, but he will appear at some point. There's lots going on. It ties in with the movie and the movies really, really well. And we've already seen Kong as well. I think this is really going to give us a much better picture that fills in a lot of the gaps from the movies. Movies that honestly are not normally my cup of tea. Godzilla, King Kong, they're not normally my thing. But those films have been really, really good. They've quietly built a really, really nice franchise. And this series really is going to add an awful lot of depth to that franchise. So, what is my overall opinion of Monarch: Rise of the Monsters? It's excellent. To be honest, Apple Plus have just knocked it out of the park once again. I'm really looking forward to watching the next episode, but sadly for now, I have to go and do my real work. But if you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. And don't forget to leave a comment. What did you think of this series? And is this the sort of show that you would actually subscribe to Apple Plus for? In my opinion, you most definitely should. But only for a month. Binge it and then go watch something else for a couple of months, because there's not enough on Apple Plus really to be like a constant subscriber. A month, go watch something else for a bit. But I'd love to know what you think, so please get into the comments. Please go over to patreon.com/sidetrack for more, and you get to see most of our videos premiere there first. Also, you can get to sidetrack.co.uk, where we do articles based on a lot of our videos. We try to add a little bit more information for you to digest. Right, I better get back to it. As always, though, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.